Hello, and everybody, this is GamingMagic13 here.
And GroupUnicorn71.
And welcome back to some more Halo Infinite Versus, where I appear, I don't know about you, but where I left off is not exactly where I started here today. So, I'm in the same location, but it's not the same time of day, and my Marines have vanished into thin air.
That's unfortunate.
Because at the end of the last episode, I rescued some Marines, and then I took those Marines with me when I went to go rescue or when I went to go, when I went to, words are failing me right now, to go take out Briglard at the top of the map. I went to go to take out that HVT, and I had the Marines with me, but that Warthog is just gone, or sorry, the Razorback is just gone, as are all the Marines, so that's unfortunate, but I'll make do. So yeah, today we're going to be tackling Shacklock's Tower. At least I think that's what I'm doing that right now. I assume that's probably on your agenda for this episode as well.
I'm walking towards it right now.
Yeah. So I will not have any Marines to back me up, but I'm going to try to make it work anyway. So, that's that. Also, this wasn't planned, but... Oh, God! Okay. You know something? You know that how in this game, brutes can throw grunts with 2 plasma grenades towards you?
Wait, they can?
Yeah.
Oh, I never knew that.
Like,
That's
sometimes
probably why I've been exploded so many times.
What'll happen is if, they can occasionally pick up a suicide grunt with 2 plasma grenades sticking to their hands, and then they'll just throw them your way, and they'll usually say something along the lines of, "Die for the Banished," and then you'll blow up without even having known what happened. So there's an achievement you can get for, killing that grunt mid-air. I have not gotten that on my main account, ever, because I've just never I've never been actually looking in the general direction of the grunt as it gets thrown my way. But for some reason, on my alt account right now, recording this series, I've had so many grunts thrown my way. So it's like, can we do that on my main account, please? So I can, like, get the achievement? That'd be cool, thanks.
I didn't know that.
Anyway, what I was gonna say before the grunt just got yeeted in my direction was, between episodes, as in literally almost immediately after we finished recording the last episode, which is gonna date the video heavily, but who cares, someone released a video called "Pro Players Aren't Actually Good at Halo."
Wait, what did you say?
Someone released a video after we were finished recording the last episode, or the last 2 episodes I should say, called "Pro Players Aren't Actually Good at Halo."
Oh, wow.
And the reasoning for that was, you can probably guess where this is going, that it was in relevance to the conversation, or like the topic of the Mangler in regards to Halo Infinite's competitive multiplayer, which is something we talked about recording the last 2 episodes. So it was like, oh, that's an interesting topic that got brought up right then and there. But basically, the summation of the video is that they say that because pro players, because for the competitive scene, so many elements of Halo's sandbox are removed, such as its BR starts, you don't start with AR, Magnum, it's just the BR, the radar's removed, certain other equipment pieces and sandbox elements are removed, and things like that, that because they have to neuter so much of Halo's core sandbox, that they don't actually play the game to its full extent and with full mastery of the core sandbox elements.
I see.
Before I give my thoughts on that, do you have any initial thoughts on what I've just told you?
Not really, but, I mean, I could kind of see why they would say that, but I could also see that, like, aiming's also, like, a really big part of the game, so it's like, yes, you could either, like, use skill or use mechanics, which is also skill. So it's like, I don't know. It's kind of the same thing though, I feel like, personally.
So basically what I would say is that I think there is a point to be made in that because the competitive players have to remove so much of Halo's sandbox for the competitive scene, I can see where someone would come from with saying that they don't know Halo sandbox to its fullest. However, the reason why the pros are the pros isn't just because they have good aim with the battle rifle, it's because they understand at a core level how to play Halo to the best of their abilities and, like, map knowledge, teamwork, rotation, positioning, and all that. So if, like, theoretically, let's say one day the competitive Halo community woke up and decided that the BR was out the door and it was back to AR starts for everybody, the pro players would very quickly figure out the most optimal way to make that weapon work and use it competitively and viably. Also, I just got stuck with the plasma grenade. So I don't necessarily think that's the case, but it's just an unfortunate video to have been released because right now there's a very big divide in the Halo community between pro players and casual players. Especially because 343 has an internal pro team that they use of like pro players they use to determine what changes should be made for the game moving forward, like how to balance multiplayer and all that. And it's left some people feeling that their priorities are they're too heavily focused on making a competitive experience before making a fun experience, which I don't necessarily think is true for Infinite. I think it was for 5, because one of 5's biggest criticisms was that its multiplayer was too heavily catered toward the competitive audience, to where it left very little room for casual fans to enjoy it. But I also think it's kind of... I haven't kept up a lot with Siege recently, but there was a point in time where the Siege community, it seemed like they made a lot of changes for the benefit of the pro scene, not necessarily worried about whether it was fun or not, like on a casual level.
Yeah, I could see that too.
So just a wider discussion to be had on that note. I also should mention, there was an analogy that was brought up in the video in regards to chess, by saying that basically saying, imagine a pro chess player removing a lot of deciding to play chess without the queen or the knight, because they deem those things to be too broken or overpowered. So yeah, I guess I just recommend giving the video a watch for yourself if you're interested in it, but there's a lot of nuance to the topic that I feel like wasn't brought up on either side of the discussion, but it's just, because, I mean, I can't really say how well the video was received, because ever since YouTube removed dislikes, you can't really tell how people are feeling about it from a pure statistical standpoint. But as far as feedback is concerned and comments and stuff like that, basically, I looked through a lot of them and I have not read a single positive comment on that video, which is telling, I guess. I mean, I'm sure if you dug through enough of them, you would eventually find a comment that was in support of the position being argued, but you don't usually, on videos like that, you don't usually have to look that hard to find stuff like that, so, I don't know. Also, in terms of things that might age this series horribly, because I imagine by the time we're done recording this series and completing the game to 100%, I imagine a lot of the stuff's gonna age rather poorly. But we were talking about the Halo TV show previously, and it occurs to me that by the time this series gets out, the first episode of the series, possibly even more than just the first episode of the series, will likely already have been released. So, it'll be an interesting time capsule in a certain way of finding out how what we said before release compares to the actual release of the game, namely whether Pablo Schreiber is able to give an adequate performance as the Chief, which I still don't think he's going to be able to, but who knows. So how are you doing in the tower so far?
Died a couple of times, but I'm doing fine. I just have to get used to aiming again.
Are you still on the left side, or have you reached the right side yet?
I'm on the bottom. Like, I didn't go up the grav lift yet.
Oh, so what I mean is that, like, at the bottom level, like, before the grav lift, there's two sides to the tower. There's the left side and the far right side. On the left side, you have to go into a small building and, like, deactivate the security protocol, and then you have to go to the right side to do a similar thing.
Okay. I don't know.
Oh dear. I'm also looking forward to being able to fight Chakalock today, because Chakalock might be one of, if not my favorite boss battles in the game. I guess we can talk about Chakalock when we get there. But yeah, it does take some time to get used to I mean, for me, Halo, that's the main game I play is Halo, so I'm very accustomed to Halo's controls. But if you don't play it regularly, it definitely does take some getting used to. Especially in Infinite, I feel like, just because, I mean, I don't know how often you use the grenade and equipment switchers, but I use I switch between grenades and stuff like that a lot. So that's if I had to nail down one specific thing that gets it, that's very finicky about Infinite's controls, it's the switchers.
Yeah. Because sometimes you like fat finger it, and it's kind of nice.
Yeah, fat fingering. Also the fact that the D-pad accepts diagonal inputs, so
Yeah.
the game doesn't really know what to do when you have a diagonal input like that, which can be annoying to deal with. But I'd say the biggest oversight is that if you have a I just completely lost my train of thought. So like, let's say, so plasma grenades are bound to the up arrow on the D-pad for the grenade switcher, and as is the thruster for the equipment switcher. If you don't have any plasma grenades, like let's say you open the equipment switcher to get plasma grenades, but it turns out, oh, I forgot, I used all my plasma grenades. How the game will react to that is it will switch to the, it'll switch. Actually, I guess I should have used a different example. The grapple shot. If you don't have any dynamo grenades, which are bound to the right, the right arrow on the D-pad, it'll switch to it'll open the equipment switcher instead and just completely close you out of the grenade switcher. So you can't really adjust on the fly to get a different grenade out. It just completely changes your tone entirely, which can be annoying. So yeah, I'm getting more used to it. I am admittedly getting more and more used to it the more I play the game. But I'm still not. I just kind of wish they did what they've always done, which is that you can just use the D-pads to cycle through the grenades instead of having the switcher mechanic. Also, I think I forgot to upgrade my shield core. Yeah, I probably should have upgraded this a long time ago. Let's hope that gives me a checkpoint. Okay, it did. Good. Checkpoints allow me to be more risky. Also, I don't know if I told you this, but this game doesn't have an Iron Skull, which I'm eternally thankful for. Because can you even imagine having to play this entire game on Legendary with no deaths?
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Because in previous Halo games, that was always the Iron Skull that was the biggest challenge. Honestly, the rest of it is manageable. It's just the fact that you have to do it without dying once. And I guess that's why a lot of people do LESO Legendary All Skulls on co-op, so that you have that buddy system. Because on co-op, you just revert to the last checkpoint, so that makes it more tolerable. But I did all the LESO campaigns solo, which means no deaths for any of the missions, which is painful, to say the least. So I'm glad that that's not in this game.
Painful. What's it called? If I miss anything on ground level, can I come back and get it?
Yeah,
it's just in the tower.
Actually, even in the tower, I actually tested this. There's a Spartan core and an audio log inside the tower, and while you can't access Chaklock's room after you beat the mission, the tower itself is still fully accessible. You can still go to all the other floors of the tower.
Oh.
So even that stuff is not technically missable. I mean, I'm still gonna get it just so that I don't have to come back here. But if you miss it, it's not like you can't not get it after that. If that makes sense.
So is there anything that I should be... Oh wow, I just spawned and died. Is there anything that I should be looking out for?
There's on the
that, is unobtainable.
No, there's nothing in this mission that if you don't get it the first try, you can't get it after that point.
Oh, okay.
Which is very nice. Like I said, I am still gonna get it myself, just so that I don't have to come back to the tower. But if I chose not to, I wouldn't be screwed out of luck.
Yeah, I just have to keep my eye out.
The scanner is your friend. That'll be my pro tip to you. The scanner is your friend. Have you reached the tower yet? Like, have you gone up the grav lift?
Not yet. I'm dealing with this guy with the Hydra, and it's really annoying because he keeps, like, spawn killing me.
Yeah, the Hydra is a pain. What I did is I freed all the Marines around the tower, gave them powerful weapons, and then just let them tear through everything.
Oh, okay.
Like, I went off to go get a Spartan core. Once that dropship drops off all the enemies, I let them... I went to go get a Spartan core, let my Marines deal with the enemies, and by the time I came back, everything was dead. Apart from, like, one or two things.
Yeah, I'm going to the grav lift now.
I've just obtained the threat sensor. And I've also just upgraded the threat sensor. Alright. Let me in, Shacklock. Is that this floor clear? I think so. Okay. Also, about the matchmaking system, there's one thing I forgot to tell you about the matchmaking system last time we talked. If you are in a squad... Oh god, I'm dead. I wasn't paying attention. If you're in a squad, like a fire team of a 4-stack, that will increase your... That will give you a simulated increase in your skill count, so that basically the idea being that if your skill is increased, or that if you have more people, you have a better chance of winning because you have the teamwork necessary to do so. So the game treats you as better than you are, so you're likely to match against higher skill players in a stack team than you are if you just solo queue.
I see.
I don't know if other games use that system, but that's what Infinite does. So if you've ever... Although I will say, experientially, I can't say that I've experienced that, because during the last multiplayer stream we did with viewers, once you dipped out for the day, enough people had left to where we could do 4v4 arena matchmaking, and when we did that, we didn't really match with very good players, to put it lightly. I could tell both by the way they were playing and by the fact that their armor was still the standard gray, that they hadn't really customized their armor yet. So the whole increasing your skill thing didn't really work out that much. So what it seemed like what was happening is, because all the people that were in my team were fairly new at the game, we matched with players that were akin to their skill level and not mine, which kind of skewed it unfairly in one direction or the other, which isn't what some of the game system can account for, admittedly, but it was just something I noticed anyway.
I see.
Okay. So I've made a bit of a mistake. I grabbed the rocket launcher, or sorry, I had a rocket launcher before I came in here. I didn't realize I only had 2 shots left, and now I don't have a secondary to go on with, so that's unfortunate.
That's not good.
Would have been good if I had actually paid attention to what I had, but sadly I failed to do that, so now I gotta find a... Oh, I will take a shock rifle. That I'll accept. As long as I don't miss. Here, grenades will be my... Ow. I think that worked. That worked out nicely. Okay. So question, have you seen any Halo Infinite speedruns?
No, I have not. I heard you can beat it, like, really quickly, though.
Yeah, because the way... I guess I can let you in on how this game is as busted as it is from a speedrunning perspective. Basically, the way it works is that you can just glitch your way to the House of Reckoning almost immediately. Once you get to Zeta Halo, there's some weird displacement glitch you can do to glitch through the map and go over to like the path to the House of Reckoning almost immediately, which obviously kind of breaks the game in half if you can do that. Yeah. So yeah, that's the reason. Which honestly, that's never been my preferred style of speedrun. I don't know how many speedruns you watch, but whenever I always prefer speedruns that make use of optimized movement. You know, yeah. ones that like show that they know how to play the game the best, and they know the most optimal path to beat all the missions and show really good gameplay skill and stuff like that. And to be fair, the Halo Infinite speedruns do that, because the whole thing isn't just glitching through the map. You do have to, of course, get to that point in the first place. Mm-hmm. But once the glitching starts to happen, I kind of lose interest in the speedrun. The most interesting part to me is how the speedrunners are able to almost effortlessly beat Tremonius in the first try. That's cracked as hell to watch. But glitching through the map is not as interesting to me.
What do they beat Tremonius with?
They grapple him immediately, stick him with 2 plasma grenades, 2 spike grenades, and then while his shield is down, they finish him off with, I believe, a shot from the skewer or the needler, then turn around with a battle rifle, and use the battle rifle to kill the 2 jackals. So that's their strat to deal with Tremonius in the first try. Speaking of bosses, though, I made it to Chaklock.
I'm having an annoying time with these ads around him.
If you're worried about... Don't worry. Chaklock's a tough boss, so I expect that I'll be here for quite a while. And especially when he pulls out the sword like that. He's pulled out a sword. Oh, dear. Oh, I think I just stuck myself. So I tried to stick Shackalock with a plasma grenade, and I just ended up sticking myself in the process. So, you know, that's always fun when that happens. Oh my god! He just leapt out of the ether to try to sword me to death! Oh my god.
Oh wow, I'm really bad at this game.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna die a million times to Shackalock too. You're not the only one who is performing.
Oh wow.
Yeah. What's giving you the most problems right now?
This elite that doesn't want to die to my punch. Like he's just surviving my punch. He just doesn't want to die. It's kind of annoying.
Yikes! Yeah, you do sense fear, Shackalock.
Oh
Oh no. This is okay. Threat sensor, please save me. The threat sensor is gonna save your ass hardcore in Shackalock. Oh no. Oh, don't grapple toward me. His shield's so close to being down. Okay. Now I need one of those. Yeah. And he's dead. I got him. Oh. He's much easier than Tremonius, but he's still not an easy time.
Is that everything? Okay.
Okay. Be ready. I'm going to cut him loose.
Oh, by the way, I've been recording footage for my Halo Infinite video recently that I'm going to be coming out with shortly. When I first played the campaign, I wasn't bothered by the lack of mission select. Now, I of course acknowledged that it was still an issue that they needed to be patched in, but it didn't really affect me personally. But now that I'm actually trying to record footage for the video, it's starting to annoy me. Because, like, I just want to load into a certain mission and get clip from that specific mission, but I can't unless I play through the whole game again.
Yeah.
Which is really, really annoying. Also, there's a really subtle detail about the Spartan Griffin cutscene that I really like. Do you play with vibration on?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. So you won't feel this, but if you play with vibration on, when you get to Spartan Griffin's cutscene, you can feel his heartbeat simulated by the vibration in the controller, like as he's dying, and again it gets slower and slower the further the cutscene goes on until it just stops when he dies. It's a really, because you like the chief is pressing his hand against Griffin, so you can feel the heartbeat as he goes. It's a really subtle detail, but it's really cool.
How is this guy not dead? Or oh Jesus!
Has Shackalock pulled a sword on you?
Almost. You almost got me.
I think it took me, I wasn't counting, it either took me 3 or 4 tries to beat him.
Oh, you beat him already? Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm very far behind.
Are you in the Shackalock boss battle?
Yeah.
Then no, you're not. I'm still in the cutscene afterwards, so you're not that far behind me. Plus, you still killed that one HVT that I was saving until after I got the threat sensor, so you're not as far behind as you may think. Do I want this sword? Probably not. I will take that,
Why
though.
does this guy have so much shield? Like, how many bullets do I have to put in this idiot?
What weapons did you bring to the battle?
Battle rifle and a skewer.
Ah. So that would have been my sort of. Oh wait, did I get everything? I did, except the skull. I can get that later. Actually, should I get it now? I'll get it now. Why not? No, I won't. I'll save it for later. The elite shields are more susceptible to plasma damage than kinetic ammo, so that's typically what I like to use for elite shield. Like the pulse carbine specifically, it still takes a while, to be fair. Like it still takes a lot of pulse carbine shots to drain his ammo, but it's ever so slightly faster, I think, than the assault rifle, or like any of the other kinetic weapons. Oh god, Phantom turret needs to not. Phantom turret needs to not. That's a sniper. I saw a skewer over there. I'd like to get my hands on that skewer if I can. Where is he? There he is. Nailed him. Okay. Also, did you see anything about the... about the Fairly Odd Parents reboot that's coming to Paramount Plus?
No, I'm not.
Oh. They're doing, like, a live-action reboot where it... you know, I'm kind of getting sick of the trend of shows or reboots where the characters are... or the humans are live-action, but the cartoon characters are, like, simulated with animation and all that. The Smurfs... I mean, the only time I've seen that work really well is in the case of the Sonic movie. And not really anything else beyond that. But also, I'm also just sick of reboots in general. I don't know about you. I'm kind of sick of the mindset in Hollywood where they just keep regurgitating the same IPs over and over again. Year after year. I think George Lucas was talking about how, in relation to Star Wars, how at the time no one ever seen anything like it, so it was an original idea. Whereas now, Star Wars is just this massive conglomerate that gets crapped out constantly. Oh! That's cool. I've never seen... I did not see that happen before in my previous playthroughs. So, you know the bridge leading out of the, leading out of the tower to go to the next area of the map?
Yeah.
There's a Jackal Sniper there. I killed him, so I thought to myself, oh, okay, I got the sniper, so I'm safe. But then the brute that was a little bit further along the path walked up to where the sniper used to be and picked up the sniper rifle and started sniping me instead.
Oh yeah, that's happened to me before. It's really annoying. Because you think the sniper's dead, and then all of a sudden you just see a red laser, and you're like, oh god, I need to hide. And sometimes it's just too late, and you just get two-shot.
There's a lot of things like that in this game where they make a lot of improvements to the enemy's AI that's like, oh, that's a cool thing you can do, and then it gets you killed. It's like, oh, I'm having very mixed feelings right now. Speaking of which, I've just encountered a Hydra, which is never a fun time. Oh my god. Hydra and a Bulldog combination, huh? Chimonius all over again. Okay, is that all the brutes? I think that's all the brutes. Not sure. Oh, and there's been some talk about this recently, so I guess I can ask your thoughts. What are your thoughts on the potential of a Battle Royale mode being added to Halo Infinite?
I mean, the story mode map's big enough. But, I don't know. I mean, there's a decent amount of weapons to where I guess it could work. But if they have to do, you have to do it correctly. Like, Halo can't just be like every other Battle Royale, there has to be like a twist. Otherwise,
yeah, that's kind of
it'll just be like dumb.
That's kind of my concern, is that because Battle Royale's been... is oversaturated the right word, you think, to describe the Battle Royale genre in gaming? Because I feel like it's just getting... It's been used so much in so many different IPs that it kind of feels... Like, there was a point where the first couple times it got pumped out, it was like, oh, you got something cool here. And then everyone's like, oh, Battle Royale makes the big money. So then every single, or at least, I mean, that's an exaggeration, a lot of IPs put some kind of Battle Royale mode into their game, which kind of muddied the waters a bit and took away some of what made the original implementations of it really special. Like, for instance, PUBG, that was one I never played but heard a lot of good things about. But I never really get it. I never really hear it get talked about anymore, just because there's so many other Battle Royale games on the market.
Yeah.
Also, let me get this audio log real quick. BR and Halo is a very contentious topic. I think 343 said that the only BR Halo needs is the battle rifle, which I think is a funny way to answer, because, you know, they both have the same initials. But it does leave you wondering if they will, at some point, go down that route. It's definitely very marketable and very financially viable. And you're right, the world of Zeta Halo does kind of seem like it would warrant a sort of Battle Royale style mode. But then I think they'd have to probably segment it off. Because I almost feel like Zeta Halo might be too big for a standard Battle Royale mode. But if they chop it up a bit, that might work.
Yeah.
I guess I'm also just not really a fan of the Battle Royale genre in general. Just because I feel like 90% of the game is spent doing nothing and just looking for people to fight.
Yeah, I can also see that argument.
Granted, I haven't played many Battle Royale games, but of the ones I've played, 90% of my games have been spent just running around, looting, and then looking for people to shoot, and then I get, like, one gunfight, and then I'm dead. It's usually...
Yeah, it's for, like, different players, or play styles and stuff.
Yeah, different strokes to different folks and all that. I will say, though, the, Tetris 99 is a pretty decent one, which is so counterintuitive to what the standard preconceptions of a Battle Royale mode look like, because obviously it's not that your typical drop into a battlefield. Actually, I guess Apex Legends, we played that one a little bit when it first came out. You, me, and Zach did. So, have you, I heard it's changed a lot. Have you played it ever since, like, recently?
I haven't played it recently, or technically I played it recently. It feels a lot better than when we played it. But it's still kind of like the same base game, which is good. They haven't like changed much of the base game. So it's still kind of fun with friends, but I don't have that many people who play online anymore, so...
I'd be willing to give it a shot one day just to see what it was like, but yeah, I wasn't super thrilled by what we did the first time around.
Yeah.
I assume you've made it out of Chocolate by now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on the bridge.
I've just left Fabeko and I'm on my way to go save some Marines.
Oh, that's a skewer. We don't want you shooting me with that, kind sir.
Oh god. My Razorback's already flipped. Please, Marines, please get back into my vehicle. Thank you. As for the skewer on the bridge, I brought a shock coil to... it was a last-second decision that I made after as I was leaving Chakalock's tower. I was like, you know, I should probably bring something to deal with the people on the bridge, and then I grabbed a shock coil just to deal with them. And it paid off, because I just like threw a Hail Mary shot coil, yeeted it across the bridge, and it took out the skewer guy, which is very lucky. Now I'm on a mission to save some Marines. Oh, some of the Oh, what happened?
No, they're just hiding behind the shield.
Oh yeah, those shields can be a nuisance. I try to flush them out with grenades if ever I get the opportunity. Okay, this Phantom needs to stop shooting at me, please and thank you. I should have saved the skewer. I should have saved the skewer to shoot down that Phantom. I might have made some miscalculations in this. Alright, we're fine. Oh, so as what I was gonna say a minute ago was, some YouTube comments make you scratch your head. For instance, I recently, well not recently, but last year I made a series talking about a show called Danganronpa 3: The End of My Sanity. Or so my show, so the video I made was, or the series I made was called The End of My Sanity. The show itself is just called The End of Hope Peak High School, but it was a twist on the name of the show for the sake of the YouTube series. And when I did that, I got a comment, or recently I got a comment from someone who was like, this isn't the episode, this is just someone reviewing it. And I'm like, did you expect to find the full episode of the TV show on YouTube? Was that what you were expecting to find?
I guess so.
It would seem that was what he was expecting to find. Which did not end well for him. Okay, is there another Razorback somewhere here? Like, it appears there. I probably should have saved the Razorback. Alright, well, this will be interesting to see how this goes. We're gonna try something new today. We're gonna take the Rocket Hog, which is located right here. See if we can't use this to take out... Wait. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. So, you know how wait, where is he? The hell? Did he glitch underneath the map? Where the hell is... Oh my god, don't tell me he's glitched inside the map. Oh, that's a pain in the ass. Wow,
Another UNSC distress pulse. That means more Marines are in trouble.
So, I think one of the enemies is glitched underneath the map right now. And the Marines squad rescue missions don't end unless you kill all the enemies.
Oh, interesting.
So,
That's not good.
I'm gonna have to warp back to Fob Echo and try to reload this objective, which is annoying, but we'll hope it works better this time. Okay, because I think fast traveling back will spawn in, will respawn the enemies, like reset the area.
Yeah.
So any ground I gained on you there, you'll quickly make back. So fear not. Oh, and I'm flipping over the edge. It's fine. Alright, well, let's go. Let's hope that those things spawn back in again. That's one thing I miss, is the ability to revert to a checkpoint. Like, manually open the menu and click, hey, revert me to the last checkpoint. I miss that a lot.
Nearby that need help, Chief.
Yeah,
Oh, is he still...
That's true.
He's still stuck under the goddamn map. I can't... That's actually kind of annoying.
Wait, which mission were you doing when he's stuck under the map?
I'm doing Bluebell Squad, and there's a red dot that just
Try
shows the...
grenading it. I think I ran into that issue sometimes too. And you just have to like, or chuck one of the fusion coils at it.
Yeah, but it's not like...
That helps sometimes too, but I'm not sure.
The thing is, I don't even think I can reach it, because he's so... It's like he's inside the mountain towards the core of the planet. Or the ring, rather.
I see.
So I guess I'll just come back here later and hope that I can sort this out. Maybe maybe when I exit the game after we're done recording today, it'll reset itself. I'll just have to leave that alone for now.
Hopefully.
Okay, everyone load up on the Rocket Hog. Please, everyone get in my Rocket Hog. It was interesting, because I actually saw that glitch happen to someone. I watched a Let's Play of someone playing through this game. And that happened to him. It wasn't for this specific mission, but it was for another Marine rescue. And that happened, I don't know if he ever resolved it, like, after the series, but that did happen to him.
Idiots, man. There are two of them? Oh my god. That's slightly annoying. I can't...
Like, even the threat sensor isn't showing me where they are. Like, I deploy the threat sensor, because it only shows you the red dot regarding where the enemy is when you're inside the range of the thing. But I throw the threat sensor down to where the red dot shows me it is. And there's just nothing there. Oh, wait, no! Is that him, actually? Hold on. Alright, let me try this. Let me leave that threat sensor there so I can see that. When I enter the zone for the mission... Come on, weapon. I'm in the... Okay, there we go. The red dot's right down there. Is that him? Yeah, okay, it is him. I found him. Holy shit. How the f... Get over here. I'm gonna snipe you. No, actually, no. A sniper's not good enough for you. I'm gonna blow your face off with a rocket launcher as penance for this bullshit. Where'd he go?
Oh my god, what is this game?
Wait! Oh my... How do I do this? Okay. So, he's... Not only does the red marker only spawn in when you, Oh god, the Phantom's moving back. Not only does the red marker not spawn in unless you're within the range of the Marines, but the enemy himself also doesn't spawn in. But I can barely see him from range unless I'm right next to him. Oh, wait. Did they... Hey, wait, did they finally respawn? Okay, I think I finally reset the damn mission. I think I finally reset the mission. I don't know how I did it, but the Marines finally spawned back in, and so did the Phantom. So, question, where are you right now?
I'm doing the purple or pink mission.
Oh, the readout of Sundering? Like
Yes, I thought I killed this stupid guy with a minigun, but he didn't.
It's the Banished base right next to the, right next to Fob Echo.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, at least I fixed the thing. Damn it, okay. Because I was worried for a second there that I just glitched the game permanently. That was so dumb. The brew was beyond the range, so he wasn't underneath the mountain. It just looked like he was because of the way the level was laid out. Like I guess it was an optical illusion, you could say. So, but he was beyond the range of where I could have possibly got him. But hey, I guess all I care about is that because I was worried the game would be permanently glitched and I literally would be unable to complete it because because I couldn't find the last enemy. But thankfully, the game self-corrected and respawned everything back in. So all's well that ends well, I suppose. All right. Yeah, the readout of Sundering might be one of my favorite Banished Outposts in the game. Just because I like the sense of progression you get from, from rescuing all the Marines and just building your team as it grows bigger and bigger until the final climax where you go back to rescue the captain.
Oh, okay. Idiot. Bug. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Alright, is that it, game? Are we finally done? Oh, thank Christ, I'm finally done with this. Bluebell Squad is going to be forever burned in my brain as a mission that just took way longer than I needed to. Also, where even is my Razorback? Did I not bring a Razorback here?
Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh.
I think I've lost track of my Razorback because I just got so lost in trying to beat the damn mission. Alright, let's load everyone up in here. We'll just take the Rocket Hog moving forward. Oh, I'm glad to see you too, Marine, because it means I'm finally done with this mission. Okay, Marines are loaded up.
Ants.
Just a straight ant.
Oh my, he has a gravity hammer. I did not notice that. I did not notice.
To give you an idea of how long it took me to beat that, to rescue those Marines, I've almost gone through a full day-night cycle on the ring.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't... Like, it wasn't even that I couldn't beat it, it's just that... Well, no, it wasn't even that I couldn't fight the enemies, it's that there were no enemies to fight because it was stuck beyond the perimeter of the damn, mission. Which was annoying. So now I'm gonna try to make up some ground, because I imagine you probably made a lot of headway there. So now I'm gonna try to make it up for it.
Yeah, I'm almost done with this base.
The readout of Sundering. And when I say I'm going to try to make up some ground, I'm going to do that by doing one of the most frustrating things in Halo Infinite, which is trying to drive vehicles up mountainside cliffs.
Is that hard to do?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes because vehicles are lighter in the game, which kind of makes them easier to tip over, so when you're trying to, like, grip onto the rocks and climb over them, it can be a bit frustrating. Sometimes you get good grip, sometimes you get bad grip, and it just depends on how fortunate the game feels with granting you that today. But the reason I wanted to get it up the cliff is because I'm doing the Ik Novus HVT mission right now, so I want to have a team of Marines with me for when I do this.
Okay.
Ordinarily, I have the Razorback, but I think I lost track of said Razorback, so now I have a Rocket Hog instead, which I suppose is technically the superior option because it's, you know, a rocket hog with a rocket turret strapped to the back of it. But, you know. Oh, well, not if I flip it over. Not if I flip it over, it's not. Rockets. Oh, Lord. Marines, now it's time for you to do your thing. Oh, no. Ooh, sniper. Oh, I got sniped. Damn it. Okay. If I didn't flip the Warthog, I could have done that, I think. It's a matter of flipping that Warthog around. But yeah, in regards to what I was saying earlier, long time ago, before the mission before my Bluebell squad just completely bugged out on me. Oh no, I got blown up by my own Warthog. Because Battle Royale is so oversaturated, they need to do it. If they ever decided to do that, they would need to. It would be very. It'd be careful waters to tread, I guess, like dangerous waters to tread because of how controversial the mode is, just on its own end in regards to the Halo franchise, and because of how oversaturated it is in the gaming market as a whole. Oh, and in regards to what I was saying about comments that make you scratch your head, like the one I got where the person expected to be able to watch an entire episode of television on a YouTube channel, because that's totally not violating copyright law. Because, like, you're legally allowed to review something and show footage from it, because under the term of fair use, it's for the purpose of review, like, of critiquing a thing, which means I'm allowed to show footage from the thing in question. But I can't just re-upload the entire episode onto my channel. That would get my channel struck down,
Yeah.
realistically, within a month. Because, like, you'd think you'd say within the day, but realistically, you see some channels that literally do upload full episodes of TV shows, and YouTube doesn't do anything about them for an exceedingly long time. And, like, that's not me trying to be like Candace and being like, Mom, Phineas and Ferb uploaded an episode of a television show. But it's just frustrating because YouTubers have gone down for less, by which I mean, anytime I upload a review of a movie or a TV show or something with, like, copyrighted material, it's always a struggle to keep clips, like, to not show any one clip for too long so YouTube censors don't flip out on you. Because what'll often happen is you'll show a clip for too long and YouTube will be like, oh, you're trying to get by your copyright censors, and then they'll strike down your video. Despite the fact that it's completely within fair use to use that footage for the purpose of a review, it's just not something that YouTube's system accounts for very well. I strongly believe that YouTube's copyright system is in serious need of a complete overhaul. So, yeah, it's just frustrating. When I see a channel that uploads full episodes of TV, it's never a case of me just wanting to be like, Mom, Phineas and Ferb are uploading episodes of a TV show. It's just that it feels inconsistent when you know that other YouTubers have gone down for less stuff.
Yeah, I got it. That makes sense.
Okay. So we're at about 51 minutes. I do want to go... I want to keep these episodes, like, around an hour, so... Is there anything you can do quickly? And I'm trying to see if there's something I can do quickly as well.
I'm gonna do Bluebell Squad real quick.
Alright, good luck. Hopefully it doesn't screw you over. Like hopefully you don't get dicked over by an enemy that... I don't even know how he got there. Because it wasn't... At first I thought it was just that because of the perspective. I mean, you'll see my footage when this eventually gets uploaded to YouTube. It looked like... The red dot made it look like the enemy had glitched below the mountain. It wasn't that. It was that he was outside the perimeter of the mission. Like, past the mountain in a river in a different continent on the ring. So, I thought that was what was happening, but it wasn't. So then once I realized that, I tried to go get him. But when you get close to him, he despawns because it's not part of the mission. And the enemies... I'm guessing this is just to do with optimization to keep the game running smooth for, you know, being an open world game. When you get beyond the perimeter of the mission, the enemies will despawn, which means that you can't kill him when you get close to him, but you can't kill him from range because I didn't have any... I mean, I had a sniper rifle, but by the time I actually used the sniper rifle, he had despawned completely, and then the mission reset, so it was an annoying time, is what I'll say about that. I missed that skewer shot horribly. Let's try that again. This time with less fails. Okay, I just can't aim shots for crap now. Let's try not to miss this one. Actually, no, I'm gonna play it safe and wait. Play it safe and wait to do that. Oh, Marines actually follow me here. Cool. The Marines I saved from Blue Bow Squad actually followed me all the way here. That's one, it's very... I just got blown up on my own fusion coil. The risk versus reward of picking up fusion coils is always annoying, because it's very useful for when you throw them. Because obviously, if you can nail your shot, it does a lot of damage. It's just the risk versus reward, because enemies can shoot them out of your hand before you get the chance to actually use them effectively. Okay, did that kill him? I think it killed him. Cool. I do not have the weapons for this. I'm gonna take the Mangler instead. Mangler works out nicely. Oh, and as far as other comments are concerned, because oh no, I did the exact same. I made the same mistake I made last time. I also got a comment.
I just defeated a Blue Bell, so.
Okay. Well, then in that case, I'll just back out now. I'll head back to. I was gonna try to do redata centering now, but I barely made it past the gate, so I'll just warp back to Fob Echo, and we'll leave things here for now. Okay. So that was good. We did the tower and we started the second island. I wish I could have made more progress, but then I got halted by Blue Bell Squad being annoying, so that's frustrating. But
it's a little bit frustrating.
We'll pick things up. We'll pick things up next time. I don't think we'll get to excavation site. At least I plan on doing a lot of the open world stuff in this next island before going to the next main mission. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I hope to catch you all soon. This has been GamingMagic13
and GroupUnicorn71.
and we hope to see you all soon for the next episode of Halo Infinite Versus. Goodbye.